After spiking in mid-December, a lot of seasonal illnesses are on the way down, but that doesn't mean they're gone. RSV doesn't receive as much attention as COVID or the flu, but it can still be dangerous, especially for seniors and infants. In tonight's edition of Feel Great Today, I spoke with an Aspirus doctor about RSV and the trends they have been seeing.
Feel Great Today with Jessica Jukic.
RSV is a virus that attacks the nose, mouth, and the lining of the lungs.
Respiratory syncytial virus cases begin in November and generally peak between January and February. Aspirus Health says the RSV season started earlier than usual, but it hasn't led to hospitalizations. Dr. Carl Larson with the Aspirus Woodruff Clinic says the infection spreads through droplets when an infected person coughs or sneezes.
Most everybody has had RSV by the age of 2 or 3. RSV isn't usually too bad of a problem in normal people, but in young kids, just after birth to up to 2 years, it can sometimes affect the lungs. 1 out of every 5 young kids will have that bronchiolitis. They'll have that wheezing. Sometimes that wheezing can go on for 6 or 8 weeks.
Aspirus Health says RSV numbers surged in December and they're now dropping. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services reports that there were nearly 600 positive RSV cases in the week ending on January 7th. Young children and the elderly are most at risk for a dangerous case of RSV.
For somebody who's elderly, who's having trouble getting around, having trouble with a lot of aches and pains, a lot of chronic illnesses, they can barely get through the day sometimes, and then if I were to throw a virus on top of that, boy, that can be really debilitating. Folks will end up in the hospital who are elderly and frail.
Dr. Larson recommends good hygiene to lessen the chance of contracting RSV, and that includes not putting your baby in contact with anyone who has symptoms of the common cold.
You keep the temperature under control. Acetaminophen and ibuprofen are excellent anti-fever medications. You also keep the area humidified. Therefore, secretions don't dry out.